starting lineup for Chicago. They've got Trey Jones, Buzelis out there with Gershon Yabusele. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Okoro in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, they've got Draymond Green, DeAnthony Melton out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Moses Moody, and it's Santos in at the power forward position. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
Now here's Melton. Outside Moody. Pass to Santos. Now Pajemski. Green. A screen. Clock at 6. The shot by Pajemski, no good. And it's the Bulls' ball. Here's Buzelis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
Just good, aggressive play by Buzelis, not shying away from some physicality inside.
Here's Santos. Off the mark there with a 3. Okoro outside. It's Giddey on the wing. Jacks up a 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And this is the idea for Giddey. Get enough trays to keep the defense honest.
Pass to Green. Now Melton. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
And the Bulls, with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
The shot by Pajemski, no good.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Jones, the pass to Giddey. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Standing 6'8", Giddey is a long guard, and that helps him around the hoop.
Melton with the ball. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Here's Moody. Sinks that one from the post. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. It's Giddey on the wing. Melton covers. Oh, got that one up quick. Giddey's got 8.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Outside Moody. Back to Pajemski. Fires for 3. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Okoro. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Oklahoma City. The fadeaway. And it's Giddey missing.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Melton. Outside Pajemski. Melton with a screen on Jones. Here's Pajemski. Another 3 for Golden State.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Jones. 15 in his last outing. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside Jones, Three-pointer. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
What a great sign for this team. Jones shooting it with conviction.
Melton outside. Green with a screen on Giddey. From deep, Melton. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Personal foul. Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
That free throw, no good. And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that in recent years, they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now a change of course is taking place.
Chicago making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. And on his third shot, he finally gets it to fall. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
What you appreciate about Colin Sexton, he's very team-minded offensively, Coach.
Yeah, he sees the big picture, works hard to make smart plays. Sometimes it's a pass, and other times, Brian, it's finishing the possession.
Now here's Melton. Pass to Santos. There's the 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Sexton looking around. And here's Yabusele, down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Now here's Podziemski, coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers.
And on top of everything else, he did a great job of helping control the boards at both ends.
Now here's Green. It's a 3-point game. From deep, Melton. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Okoro, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Now here's Melton. And the 3 off target. And here's Yabusele. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Well, you like the passion Jones steps on the floor with, especially for being so undersized.
Chicago shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Former second-round pick, Jones has worked hard to carve out a role in this league, and he continues to look to improve.
Jones hits them both. Now Melton. Pass to Moody. Back to Melton. And here's Green from the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
I really think the nail in the coffin was their missed free throws. That's usually an ominous sign.
Yeah, and it can be deflating when you leave all those points at the line. But it generally is a make-or-miss lead.
Moody with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Back to Melton. Green, a screen. And the Warriors miss again. And it's the Bulls' ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Jones with the ball. He's got 5. Here's Sexton. 6 to shoot. Pass to Okoro from deep. Rebounded by Green. Warriors trail by 7. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Santos. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. From deep, Melton. The rebound by Yabusele.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Sexton. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Pass to Pajemski. Green with a screen on Jones. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Colin Sexton. Second personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for 1. Pajemski.
One shot. Bulls leading by 6. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back over to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Green. Chicago making their last shot. Pass to Santos. Here's Moody. The rebound by Yabusele.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Jones. Outside for Sexton. The 3 from Okoro. Drops in the 3. And it's an 11-point Chicago lead.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Pajemski. Green with a screen on Jones. From 17. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Pajemski's got 11 points.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Okoro outside. Back to Jones. Shot from the low post is good. He's got 9.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Warriors trail by 11. Outside Pajemski. Melton on the wing. Green with a screen on Sexton. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Now here's Okoro. The 3. No good. That's his 3rd miss out of 5 attempts. Green against Yabusele. Here's Santos. Pass to Green. Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
A pleasant surprise from Draymond there. I mean, I love when he looks for his offense.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Richards is checked in for Yabusele. Miller comes in for Buzelis. Williams is checked in for Okoro. And Dillingham subbed in for Jones. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 8-point game. 1:50 left in the first quarter. Richards, the pass to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. It's good. Off the glass. Sexton's gotten his third basket of the night.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
1:25 left now in the first quarter. And the shot goes in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Chicago leading by 8. Now here's Richards. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And how about the rebounding, too? He was just all over the glass, and the other team had no answers for how to contain it.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Now here's Post. No points so far. Fades back. And the shot falls short that time. Chicago's gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Sexton. Launches a three. Miller outside. Here's Dillingham. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Payton's checked in. And the Bulls also making a change. McClung, he's checked in for Miller. Warriors trail by 10. Here's Spencer. There's a screen. From outside, off the mark. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Chicago ahead, they're up by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
And for the Bulls, we've got Patrick Williams. He's out there with Nick Richards. Dillingham out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Kawamura in at the 1. Now here's Richards. No made baskets yet. Oh, swiped away. Here's Spencer. Pass to Post. Over Sexton. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Post has gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space. Richards, the pass to Sexton.
Yep, that one's good. 9 points for Colin Sexton. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
And it's good for 2.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Bulls leading by 8. Pass to Richards. And here's Sexton. Back to Richards. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Richards has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Kawamura. Now Richards. Outside for Sexton. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Here's Dillingham. The 3 ball. And it's Sexton. That time on the assist from Dillingham. Sexton's got 12 points in the game. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
And it seemed that not a lot went right for them. Plenty of standing around on the offensive end, and their D couldn't make up for it.
Yeah, they just looked totally lost in that game. On both ends of the floor, the coach is going to have some choice words for them after that one.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Okoro is checked in for Sexton. Giddey comes in for Dillingham. And it's Jones in for Kawamura. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Out to the wing. Back to Pajemski. Porzingis sets a screen. Jacks up with 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And here's Giddey. 14 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
And we can't skip over his role as distributor. Huge impact, making all the right reads.
Now here's Post. Giddey defends. Post inside. And it's Chicago with a board.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And Porzingis with the block.
A unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
Releases from the wing and drills it.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Williams looking around. Jones from outside. The rebound by Moody. Warriors trail by 11. Porzingis in the post. Guarded by Okoro. From deep, Melton. Chicago with a rebound. Okoro's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Jones. Defended by Pajemski. Here's Giddey. No good with a layup. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Porzingis. Over Okoro. Operating inside. Porzingis.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I keep going to that until they stop it.
Williams on the wing. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Pass to Richards. And rejected. Now here's Pajemski. Now Melton. Outside Porzingis. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
One shot. Timeout for Golden State. And please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
Green checked in for Post. And the Bulls also making a change. Yabusele, he's checked in for Richards.
One shot.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, a solid shooter from the line.
Chicago leading by 6. Yabusele outside. Pass to Giddey. Williams, a screen on Melton. Right side, Williams. Got it. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Melton outside. Yabusele against Porzingis. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Well, after a bad start, he looks like a different player right now.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Now here's Melton. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
Outside Giddey. Yabusele outside. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th assist in this one.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Now here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Moody passes to Porzingis. Shoots over Yabusele. And that one's good. Porzingis. Porzingis has got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Well, even though they're struggling, his solo efforts on offense have really been something.
Yabusele against Porzingis. Okoro outside. It's Giddey on the wing. Melton covers. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
What a swat by the big man Porzingis. You always have to be careful shooting when he's lurking.
Takes a 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jones feels it out. Outside Giddey. Yabusele, a screen on Green. From deep, Giddey. Porzingis grabs the board.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Chicago leading by 5. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For the Warriors. And the Bulls also making a change. Uzelis is checked in. Outside Jones. Chicago passing it around. for three. Okoro outside from the arc. Hits the trifecta. Okoro's got his third basket on the night right there.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Outside Pajemski, down low. Here's Melton, and he banks in the layup. Melton's got his second basket on the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Yabusele, a screen on Melton. Here's Giddey. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Pass to Pajemski. Here's Santos. Now Porzingis. He's covered by Yabusele. Yabusele against Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pajemski. Chicago grabs the miss. Yabusele's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Giddey. Now here's Jones. Pass to Yabusele. Yabusele the screen. Here's Giddey. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Giddey's got 10 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Oh, Moody deadly from there.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Outside Jones. Giddey scanning the floor. Pass to Okoro. Minute 32 left in the first half of basketball. Yabusele, a screen on Melton. Giddey. Porzingis grabs the board.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Outside Pajemski. 11 feet out, and it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Buzelis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 5 assists tonight.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Now here's Melton. 6 points for him. Here's Porzingis. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Giddey against Melton. Outside Giddey for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. 13 points in the game.
Well, he's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Melton. Moody on the wing. And here's Porzingis. He's covered by Yabusele. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And so that's the first half. Chicago ahead. They're up by 6. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition, and we got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Give me a beat. And thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Well, right now for the Bulls, the end is near. Couldn't put things together in time. They've had a couple of good games, but they couldn't sustain the momentum. They're in rebuild territory, which ain't always pretty.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Chicago Bulls.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It has been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, but his blocks tell only part of the story. His presence alone is making an impact on defense.
Yeah, now that he's established that defensive presence, guys think twice before challenging him.
Chicago leading by 6. Brandon Pajemski out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Moody, then it's Green, and it's Santos in at the 4 slot. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Pass to Yabusele. It's Giddey on the wing. Melton covers. And it's Giddey missing. And the Warriors shooting around 50% in the game so far. Here's Santos. And here's Pajemski. Green with a screen on Jones. The shot by Pajemski, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Giddey passes to Jones. Okoro outside. Here's Buzelis. Here's Giddey. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Santos, good. Santos has got 5 now.
A top passer at his position. Green really takes pleasure in feeding his guys and getting them going.
On the wing, Jones, defended by Pajemski. Pass to Jones. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Melton. Melton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pajemski counted from distance. 16 points for him.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
And here's Green from the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
I just love the ball move.
Chicago trailing here. Okoro outside. Chicago passing it around. 3-pointer, Buzelis, pure from 3-point range. Buzelis has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Green. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now here's Moody, defended by Jones. Here's Santos. From deep, Melton. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside Pajemski. Outside, Green. Green with a screen on Giddey. Back to Green. Draymond! Oh, such a force inside.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Outside Giddey. Jones from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Moody's got 4 rebounds now. Melton, right side. Pass to Santos from behind the arc. Drains the triple. Santos has got 5 points now this quarter.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Back to Giddey. Now here's Okoro. The 3 is up. Pajemski grabs the board. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Melton on the wing. Guarded by Okoro. Outside, Green. Outside Pajemski. Over Yabusele. The shot by Pajemski, no good. The Bulls have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Back to Giddey. From downtown, the Warriors pull it in.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Melton. Over Giddey. Melton misses.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up.
Now here's Okoro. Defense is right there. Giddey passes to Okoro. Here's Buzelis. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And there's Okoro. That one's good. And the assist from Yabusele. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Pass to Moody. Now Melton. Here's Santos. Give him 8 points now. Here's Pajemski. And the Warriors miss again. Chicago leading. Outside Jones. Yabusele the screen. Lets the 3 fly. Count that one. Yabusele's got 7 points.
Well, second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Outside Moody. Green up top. Pass to Melton. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Green.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Melton against Giddey. Yabusele outside. Left side Jones. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. 12 points for him.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud, I'll hear it. Who loves a t-shirt? Make some noise!
And the Warriors making a change here. Spencer's checked in. Colin Sexton's checked in for Chicago. Warriors trail by 4. Melton outside. Here's Spencer, defended by Jones. From deep, Melton. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Jones finds Sexton. Yabusele outside. Takes the 3. Santos pulls it in. The Warriors have gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Pass to Spencer. Green, a screen. And that one's good. Spencer's got 5 now.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now Sexton. Back to Yabusele. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Yabusele's got 4 points this quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Melton on the wing. Here's Spencer. He's got 5. Good on the shot. 7 points in the game. And it's Jones with the ball for the Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Okoro outside. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Buzelis. He's got 9. Yabusele a screen on Melton. Sexton misses. The Warriors trailing. Here's Santos. Outside Moody. Here's Green. He's covered by Yabusele. Left side Moody. 5 to shoot. To the paint for the lead. And it's laid up and in by Green. And the Warriors lead by 1. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Here's Okoro. Out to the right wing. Outside Jones. Outside Sexton. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Spencer. To the left wing. Now Green. He's covered by Yabusele. And that one's good. Green.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Bulls trail by 3. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
A big group substitution here for Chicago. Richards is checked in for Yabusele. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Dillingham's checked in for Okoro. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. Outside Sexton. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Well, Sexton is a guy that defenses label as a scorer, and it's on display in this one.
Pass to Spencer. And there's the screen. Outside Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Here's Spencer. The 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Chicago trailing here. 1:02 left to play in the third. Richards with a screen. And it's Giddey missing.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
Again, the Warriors score.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Outside Giddey. Williams with the screen. Pass to Dillingham. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First personal foul, second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Robert Dillingham, shooting 1.
One shot.
And it's tied up with that one. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Golden State has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Pass to post. Here's Pajemski. And there's a pick. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
From deep, Giddey. The shot no good. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so in the game for the Bulls, Nick Richards out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey, then there's Dillingham, and it's Sexton in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, try as they might, the defense can't stop Porzingis inside. He's too tall and too committed.
Williams passes to Sexton, and stolen by Porzingis. Pass to Pajemski. And here's Post. Right side, Porzingis. Over Sexton. Porzingis misses. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Trailing by 2. Now Richards. And here's Sexton. Defended by Porzingis. And yep, it's good.
Yeah, once Sexton takes that first step on the drive, he's not backing off.
And the Warriors' shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Porzingis against Williams. Porzingis is doubled. Pass to Post. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
To the inside, here's Richards. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, the coach calls a lot of pick and roll plays for Giddey. Skilled at finding angles for teammates.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Porzingis for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside, Williams. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Inside. Lets it fly. And the jumper from down low is true. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Pass to Richards. Now Sexton. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
And Sexton is a microwave scorer. And once he finds his rhythm, He's difficult to slow down.
Here's Spencer. Outside Porzingis. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. 10 of 14 from the field.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Here's Richards. And he gets it back. It's not going to go for him. The Warriors have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Podziemski's shot is good.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Green's checked in for post. And the Bulls also making a change. Yabusele, he's checked in for Dillingham. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Richards with it. Can he keep it going? Outside for Sexton. This one for 3. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
Solid from deep. Sexton is a guy you want taking those.
Pass to Spencer. Porzingis in the post. Richards is there. Shoots a fadeaway. Again, Golden State.
No trouble converting that. Great look.
The Bulls trail by 4. Outside Sexton. And a nice finish on the layup. Sexton's got 11 in the second half.
He's been laser focused here in the fourth. Only 1 miss out of 5 attempts.
Pass to Spencer. Outside Porzingis. What a finish from Porzingis.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Richards, the pass to Sexton. The kick out to Williams. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Chicago.
Great pass from Sexton. Moving it out for the triple, involving others.
To the right side. Fires the 3. Chicago with a rebound. Giddy's got 8 rebounds in the game.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Outside for Sexton to take the lead. Knocks down the long J. Sexton's got 12 points now in the quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Porzingis. To the inside, and stolen by Yabusele. Williams in the post, and count that. 2 points, and a chance for 1 more at the line.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Ellis is checked in for Chicago.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one misses. Warriors trail by 4. Melton up top. Outside Podziemski. Back to Melton. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? And he lays it up and in. The Bulls have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth. Tries to break his ice. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Moses Moody. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
Okoro is checked in for Williams. Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
Sexton against Melton. Count it. Melton's got 4 points now in the quarter. Chicago leading by 3. On the wing, Sexton. Melton covers.
Yeah, give it to Sexton. He can get up and finish.
Golden State has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Green with a screen on Sexton. Melton against Sexton. Over to the left wing. Back to Melton. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 11 rebounds in the game.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Sexton passes to Giddey. Down low. Here's Yabusele. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
It's simply fantastic defense by Green. His energy on this end is invaluable.
Now here's Melton. Pass to Santos. Lets it go from deep. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 9 rebounds now. Outside Sexton. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
At the line for the Bulls, Colin Sexton. At the line for 1.
One shot.
Warriors trail by 8. Melton outside. Pass to Santos. Melton outside. Here's Podziemski. Nails it from 3. Podziemski's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Here's Santos. Blocked!
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Outside Giddey. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Sexton from deep. Money from 3.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
And here's Melton. On the clock. And there's the rejection.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Outside Sexton. Yabusele, a screen on Melton. Sexton. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Yes, sir! Count it!
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for a shot. Chicago leading by 8.
Outside Giddey. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Cast it in from 7 feet out.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Fires the three. Oh, he cannot hit. Chicago has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Outside Sexton. Here's Buzelis. Up top, Giddey. Defended by Pajemski. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
Such a strong defender. This team appreciates when Green gets up to swat it away.
And it's in there. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Chicago making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Against Giddey. He takes it in. And a one-handed slam.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Bulls.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
And that's an important win. You never like to lose 2 in a row to a team, especially if you only see them 3 times.
And what a huge performance it was for Colin Sexton.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Melton outside. The bucket is good! And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. They're leading by 8. Here's Jones. Okoro outside. He's off from 3.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Now Giddey. So the Bulls win it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Well, tonight, Colin, what a game for you. When you think about your development as a player, what are you most proud of?
I feel like I've accomplished a lot, gotten better. That's the biggest thing. Just continue to grow each and every day when I'm in practice. And my teammates, they've been helping out tremendously, and I appreciate them for that.
The sky's high for Colin Sexton.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight.